Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Modeller's Emporium, and in this episode I'll be knocking out a quick Sherman. Hi and welcome, with your host Andy Fettis. That's me behind the camera. So for this project I have got the Tamiya 105mm howitzer M4A3 Sherman. I have got Aber 105mm metal gun barrel, and I've got the Aber Sherman M4 update set. These were purchased online. The barrel was from Wildcat Models, so you can see that there. Thank you very much, guys, for your speedy delivery. And also the update set for the Sherman itself was from Model Hobbies. So thank you very much for the speedy delivery for that one as well. Okay, so let's continue. So the instruction manual comes as per all Tamiya instruction manuals, as a painting guide at the back there. There's some figures. I might replace the figures with better figures, and it just goes through the stages. You've all seen Tamiya instruction manuals before, so I don't really need to go onto that stuff. So should we start building? Yeah, that's probably a good idea, since that's the basis for the whole video, right? Okay, so let's have a quick closer look at these bits that I bought here. This is the gun barrel, if I can get it out the packet. I bought this because the gun barrel from the Tamiya kit comes in two halves, and do you know what? I'm not going to muck about trying to get the seams sorted out on there, so that's why I bought that one. Okay, and also scale wise, it's always advisable to have an update set handy, because it's just nice and it just looks nice. So there we go. So also I have got here a Tamiya display base. I am trying to model on a budget. I can't afford a big wooden base that's costing quite a bit, but these are quite adequate for what I want. And as I say, this Sherman will be set hopefully in the back of the bulge, with the white washes and everything else connected to it. So let's continue. Okay then, so I've done some progress off camera. We'll start off with the lower hull. The Tamiya kit comes with lots of gaps, so I filled in the gaps and added some bolt details along the side there. Scuffed up the front plate because it was cast, and added some photo etch along the back there, even though it doesn't look all that great personally. The other side, and then around the back here, I've added brass handle, weld seams, and just tarted it up a little bit so it looks a bit better. So that's the lower hull. Upper hull, this is the most fiddly thing in the whole wide world, which is the barrel lock. So I've updated that, if you can see that clearly. Let's have a look. Perhaps bring the light over so you can see it a bit better. This actually works if I put in my super technical pointer here. So that works. Unfortunately, when I was doing the lock that fits into that hole in the centre there, which was a quite fiddly operation, it decided to disappear somewhere from my tweezers. It's in this room somewhere, but I don't know where it is. So there we are. So let's continue. Along here, the model had a bit of sunken areas around there and down there. I've tried my best to sort it out, but we'll just have to see when the paint goes on how good it is. So there we are. Bullet splash guards I've added here with a bit of weld seams. I don't know if you can see that very well on there. Oh yeah, you can a little bit. And then around the back here, I have updated the, what do you call it? The air intake, I think it is. So what you can't see in here is the stand for it, which came out, flipped out. I completely did the resection bit in there, added a bit of brass wire, and obviously I like bending things, so it's got a bit of transportation damage where it's reversed into something. All right. Now their biggest pain in the bum is going to be in this kit is going to be filling in the sponsons, which is, I can't leave it as it is, so there we go. Around here, the fuel caps, I've drilled out some holes, drainage holes in that section, and added stretch through weld beads, and again along here and over that side as well. So it's pretty good. I'll do some close-up pictures so you can see it a bit more clearly. On the turret itself, the turret outer rim was actually cast into the whole turret, and it was only this middle section that was put in. So I've filled out the outside so it's smooth, and then I'm going to muck about with the texture of the turret like I did on the front glacis plate, and used perfect plastic putty and Vallejo putty, which is basically the same sort of stuff around the outside to fill in some gaps. Now we get onto the aforementioned barrel from Aber. It's got a great rifling detail in the front there, which is hard to produce anywhere else unless it's done by one of the aftermarket kits. Textured, again this is all cast, so textured this stuff on the top here, and yeah, so that's the progress so far. I don't know if you can see the texture in detail in that, probably not. If I take that out of the way, can you see that? Oh yeah, you can a little bit, there you go. That's better, you can see it a bit more clearly. Right, let's continue. So as we can see, it's all coming together quite well, albeit slowly. This is just blue tack together, so I'm not gluing anything because I need to do some major work, and really wish I hadn't put that intricate barrel lock down there by the bottom, because I've got to turn it all upside down and try and fill up the sponson area, which I've said before is going to be a pain in the arse. So anything you want to know, please put a comment below, like, share, give some advice. I mean, I'm not an expert by any means on Shermans at all. This is probably the second Sherman I've ever done, but there's a whole host of information out there, and some of this has been taken from the internet, like for instance the barrel lock itself was moved down because it raised too high. So any tips, hints and advice, feel free. So we're going to leave it now. This is the end of episode 1. Stand by for episode 2. This is Andy Fettis for the Modellers Emporium saying thank you very much.